Okay, so we have 33 ratings for this person, and we're interested in knowing like what is the true mean rating of this man in his words. What is the true mean? We don't know what the true mean is. We don't know what that is, but we can estimate it using the point estimate x bar, and then we're going to take that value and we're going to attach to it a margin of error, which by the central limit theorem and the empirical rule for a 95% confidence interval, that's going to give us a likely range of possibilities for his true average rating. So our standard deviation is just as important as our sample mean. In this problem, we'll use standard deviation of 0.2. And we can identify this as the population standard deviation. We can identify it as the sample standard deviation. Either way, it's going to lead to the same formula, just a slightly different critical value. But in this case, we're just going to use a critical value of 2 from the empirical rule for 95% confidence. All right, so here we go. We're going to use the formula. It's the point estimate, which is the best estimate of what mu is. It's just wrong. It's okay. We'll leave ourselves some room for error. Point estimate plus or minus the margin of error, which is computed as the critical value times standard error. So now we just have to fill in some parts. All right, this thing right here, let's just fill this in right here. X bar is 1.7. And then we're going to add and subtract the margin of error, which is composed of 2 times the population standard deviation, which in this problem is 0.2, divided by the square root of the sample size, 33. And this is our formula. So let's see what we get. So 0.2 divided by the square root of 33, that comes out to be 0.034815531119, and there's probably a lot more decimals. I'm going to round to 3 decimal places. There's not a lot of reasoning that goes into that, but I'm going to round to 3 decimal places. If you want to round to 4 or 5, that's okay. You can round to 1 if you want. I just want in these problems the margin of error on the right side to be we want to be able to differentiate the different parts of the standard deviation. Okay, so when you simplify this, you're going to get 1.7, because I'm not going to simplify that yet. I just want to leave that there. That's the point estimate. Just leave it. Plus or minus 2, leave it, times 0.035. And now we're really close. I'm going to simplify this a little bit more. 1.7 plus or minus 0.07. So now we have the mean as 1.7, and we have the margin of error as 0.07. Remember, we're talking about stars here. This is what a 95% confidence interval will look like. So we need to take 1.7 and subtract from it 0.07, and this will tell us our lower bound, 1.63. That's our lower bound. So I'll put an open parenthesis. I'll put a comma. 1.7 plus 0.07 is 1.77 stars, which I'm going to write a different way to remind myself of what it is we're looking for. And we're looking to estimate the true mean. So we're 95% confident that the real mean rating for this person is between 1.63 stars and 1.77 stars.